Welcome back to episode 2 of Deep Regrets, an unfortunate fishing game where we're going through the solo ocean survey campaign and continuing our mission to fill out the entire sheet. We did quite well in episode 1. We didn't get any regrets, which is always a good thing. And we did manage to unlock a new die, which is going to help us throughout the rest of the campaign. And we got ourselves a little fishing rod as well. It's a lucky pole, and your first fish each day costs 2 less to catch. So that is very nice. We'll do this in order. However, we are going to clock in. Which means we would move it up, except we are on day 1, so we don't need to. We're going to cough it up, which means we take all of our now 4 die. Come on, Hogu, we can do this. Ooh, it's a bad one. It's a bad one. However, just because this is a 0, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. So what we could do is do a little bit of a cheeky cheek because it's a 0 and there are some nice 1s down there. And we haven't been fishing at depth 2. We've also already fished at depth 1, even though we probably should stay at depth 1 until we get a lot more. I think we're going to instantly spend that and move down a depth once we get into the fishing part or the survey parts of the game. Next up, we need to equip our equipment. So at this point, you can choose between everything that you've unlocked and equip 1 rod and 1 reel and all of your single-use items that you have got so far in the campaign. We have just the lucky rod, so we are going to equip that just there. It is slightly off screen for you. Just keep in mind, it only works for our first fish each day, and it's going to cost us 2 less to catch. Okay. So before we move down into depth 2, I think, because it's our first fish costs 2 less. So we've got 2 larges right here that we might as well do it because that's going to take the costs from 2 to 4 to 0 to 2. So it's definitely worth having a bit of a risk on the big ones while we're here. And we get a tiger shark. Very, very good for money. However, we have already got the tiger shark. Yes. So unfortunately, even though it will get us some good money at the end of the game, it's not one that we wanted, but it does only cost us 1. And this is what's going to make it tricky, and that's why unlocking all the equipment is going to help us through the game. I am going to discard the 0 die, and I'm going to move down to depth 2, just because I'm interested in these little shadows here, but I didn't really think this through. Oh no, these on depth 2 are 1 to 3, so it might have been quite a bad mistake. Let's see. Right, we've got the Northern Stargazer. It's small and fair. If you don't catch Northern Stargazer, shuffle it into the shoal. So we will catch it because we don't have you. It is going to cost us 2, but it is going to be worth 3. And then we've only got the 1 left. Okay. Okay. We are going to go for this one. It's a bit of a risk. It's a 1. Remora. Small and fair. Reveal a shark from your hand to catch this automatically. Shark. That's free? Ooh. Okay, so that's kind of worked out for us. We don't eat the fish, so we don't need to worry about that iconography, but it does allow us to go once again just here, and it's a porcupine fish. My goodness, why are you a 4? You are a small shadow. It should be a maximum of 3. Ooh. On reveal, it's 2 for this turn only. Right. So that's why it's a small, because it's a porcupine fish or a puffer fish. So it's going to go zoom and become more difficult. So we can't actually afford that. So that is absolutely distressful. So we're going to have to spend our final die to get a dink. What do we get? Scad, reduce a fish difficulty by 1. Okay, so They are one-time use, but quite nice. And that is all she wrote for now. Right, so move up, coffee up. Once again, we did get a 0. We are not going to move down further. So what we'll do is, I do want the porcupine fish. I'm not even going to think about it. We're going to spend the 4 required just to get the porcupine fish, and we're done. We have a 0 and a 3. So what we can do is we can reveal a fish, and if we can't catch it, we can get rid of our 0. So we're going to go for the medium one, and it's a monkfish. It's middling and fair, and it has an eat ability, which we don't pay attention to in the solo game. So yeah, we will take you, because we haven't had you, and we've got the 1 left. So no matter what we reveal, we can't catch it. Large and fair, must be caught with exactly 2 die. It's 4 and a 6. We can't catch it because we've got nothing, so we get another dink. We can discard this to gain 2 regret. Why would we want to gain 2 regrets? Ooh, there must be a reason, and hopefully we figure it out later. Okay, on to day 3. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got a bit of a better one. Must be caught with exactly 2 die. I'm taking the giant octopus. We are just going through this with reckless abandon. Absolutely wonderful. Now, do we want to reveal higher up, or do we want to carry on at depth 2? In fact, if we move down a depth, can we still fish above us? I'm not sure. Okay, let us have a look. Before fishing, you may spend a die of any value to move your boat down 1 depth. You must spend 1 die for each depth you wish to descend. Your boat remains at this depth until the start of the next day, except in solo, where it remains where we are. It doesn't say anything about moving up. Select a shoal at your current depth or above. Once you have selected a shoal, the top fish of the shoal is on the hook, and you may not fish it in any other shoal. This action. Perfect. So, because we've got these lowly numbers, we are going to go for this one. It's a file fish. I don't believe we've got the file fish. Double check. No, the only small fish that we've caught at depth 1 so far is a trigger fish. So we will spend the 1. And we will catch you. This is going to go badly wrong. Badly wrong. Okay. So, what we need to do now is just checking the rules, by the way. As I said in episode 1, we will occasionally be looking at this. With each fishing action, try to catch one fish, no matter how the outcome. If we can't catch a fish, we only get a dink, so we don't get regrets for not being able to catch a fish. So we'll go for the middling one anyway. It's a day octopus, must be caught with exactly 1 die. We can't afford it because it is a 2, so that just goes there. We have to spend the die, so we have to get a dink. And this dink is reduce a shop cost by 2. Okay, so we can save this until, in fact, we have to save this until the end, and it does count towards buying new equipment. So that's really nice. I'm going to put you under the SCAD because you're not during the game, you're at the end of the game. Okay, coffee up. I love the idea that getting your new dice pool is called coffeeing up. Oh, that was a 2. Ooh, this one must be caught by exactly 1 die. We do need the day octopus, so yes, I'm going to go straight in and catch the day octopus. But one of the things that you're probably screaming at me in the comments is our first fish each day costs 2 less to catch. My goodness. Oh, mistakes have been made, but this becomes free. Oh, so many mistakes have been made. Okay. Must pay attention to that moving forward. We are going to reveal a large, and we've got a manta ray. It's large and fair, and all players at sea take discard a regret. We neither have regret, and we don't have all players. It does cost 3. So we will do that. Now, let me just, must be caught with exactly 1 dice. It's 2, so we do spend that there just as a bit of a correct, because we must be caught with exactly 1 die. So it must be caught with exactly 1 die. Even though that's reduced down to 0, we can spend a 0 die to catch that. So let's try and keep this right. If I am making any mistakes, please do comment down below and we'll pick them up in future episodes. Okay, finally, we've got a 1. We've got 2 middlings and 3 larges, so we will just get a middling. It's a 3. It's about a Gouda, middling and fair. Nothing that we have will help us catch this, unfortunately, because it's the 3. We've got a 1. We can only reduce a fish difficulty by 1, but because we are paying attention to what we're doing, the lucky pole, once per day, the first fish is 2 less. We can definitely catch it tomorrow, but we do have to spend a die to get a dink. Reduce a fish difficulty by 2. Ooh, so that's even nicer. So we can spend both of them at once if we wanted. Okay, on to the final day. Coffee up. That's a very, very nice one. Very, very nice one. Now, one of the things is we can reduce that down by 2 because it's our first fish of the day. That's good. We haven't caught the barracuda. No, we haven't caught the barracuda, so we do need the barracuda. If we reduce it by 2 and spend the scad, so we'll put a discard just up there to know that we spend it. So that becomes free. We don't need to spend a die for it, but that's it. Success. Next up, we still have 7 to spend, so I think we're going to go down to depth 2 and see what we... Oh no, what is this monstrosity? My goodness. Submatriarch, large and foul. It's only 2 to catch, but the submatriarch costs 1 extra to catch for each fish you have in your hand. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That currently costs 12 to catch. That's not happening. I've got 7. I can reduce it by another 2. So that's, no. So we have to spend 1 die. We'll spend our smallest die. I'll get another dink. Now, we don't get to keep the dinks between games. So what we've got, we are going to just spend with reckless abandon. Now we've got another reduce by 2. So technically now we've got 10. It's still not enough. Okay. Right, we'll just carry on, I guess. We will get a depth 2. And again, it's a Dunkleosteus. Large and foul. On catch, gain a regret. So we are going to catch this because we do need it, but we are going to finally get a regret, and we are going to discard every one of the fish in the top shoal. So we are going to spend 5. Now, what we're going to do is, because as I say, we can't take them with us, we are going to get rid of these 2, reduce it down to 1, and then we're just going to spend a single die to catch it, which is fine. So we'll get rid of them. Oh no, get rid of that because we only need the single one. We will catch that. We draw a regret, and the regret we have is a heavy regret. We spat on the Bible. Oh no. Put our regret just there so we can keep that in mind. We discard the there's a small, there's a medium, and there's a small. We do have 2 die to go, so I think we're going to play it safe. We're going to go for the medium on depth 1, and it's mahi mahi. It's the eat symbol, so we don't need to worry about that. Unfortunately, we do need it. Unfortunately, but it is going to get us 2 at the end of the game as well. So we'll finally go for our single. Okay. We get more regrets. Oh no, but we do need it. And once again, the artwork is just amazing. Right, so we do need it. So we will, again, spend the die to catch it. We do get another regret. We can peek at one fish. We don't need to because we have finished this game. And we get a heavy regret. We ignored that distress call. I wonder what happened to them. Okay, so at the end of the game now, we tally up everything that we've got. So we've got 0, thank you very much, iFish. 2, 8, 12, 15, 19, 20, 26, 30, 34, 36, 39, 44. However, we have to discard down cost amount by the amount of regrets that we've got. So we need to discard down a minimum of 4. So I think we've got a 4. There we go. It's a shame we didn't get to keep the Barracuda and we don't get to spend the money. We still write it down on our ocean survey sheet, but we haven't caught it. So we do need to get this one in future and we don't get to spend the money. So I'll keep that one separate. Now we do have 40 to spend and we could go straight in for another die, or we could get some additional things to help us along the way. Now, there is quite a lot of nice things. So if we have a quick look at the reel of the deep, would be absolutely everything. Once per day, if you were at sea, you may place your boat at depth 2 for free. So we could move down to depth 2 for free just by having that. But saying that, the wood and the brass reel, which is the cheapest of the reels, at only 10, allows us once per day to may reroll up to 2 of your fresh die. So, do we want an extra die? Maybe. Maybe we just go all in on die. That would be everything that we could spend, though. Or do we want to get ourselves some one-use items that last us the entire game, but we can only use them once in the entire game? I think in this instance, once per day, you may re-roll up to 2 of your fresh die. I think the wood and the brass reel for 10. We're going to take this for 10. Okay, so we've still got 30 left to spend. What would be good for 30? Now, we could get a new rod. The Rod of Fortune is 30, and the Rod of Fortune, all fur fish, costs 1 less. Now, I think what we'll do, in fact, is get some of the single-use items. What's the most logical way we can do this? We want to spend as much of the 30 as possible. I'm not really going to think about it. I think we're going to take the Bag of Maggots for 9, the Black Tea, and the Cask Ale, and hopefully they're going to be useful for us. But we'll find out next episode. So if you are enjoying what you have seen so far, please do like and subscribe. It genuinely does help. I'm going to update our survey chart in between episodes, and we'll see you next time when we continue trying to drag the depths of the Briny Deep for all the fish that we need. Bye for now.